Everyone, I'm John Patrick R. Lopez and I'll be representing our, res- our research title, Modern Destruction of Social Media and Influence on Destruction of Grade 11 STEM Students at Golden Pate Academy. This study was conducted by our group from Grade 11 Microsoft Group 9. Our research mainly focuses on ba- background. Social media has become a major part of students' daily lives, providing entertainment, communication, and information access. However, excessive use of platforms such as Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram may negatively affect students' focus and academic performance. Grade 11 STEM students are often required to handle complex subjects that demand high levels of concentration and discipline. Many students tend to multitask by checking social media while studying, which may lead to distraction and reduce productivity. This research aims to understand how social media usage influences the concentration level of STEM students at Golden Pate Academy. The findings may help educators and students create better study habits and promote responsibly in social media use. So as you see, social media is affecting, is, can affect literally the students. Purpose. The purpose of my research is to find out how social media affects the concentration of grade 11 students at Golden Pate Academy. Due to many students today spends a lot of time using social media, which might causes it harder for students like us to focus on our academics. Thus, a research study aims to understand if social media really distracts students from learning and how it impacts their academic performance. By knowing this, we can find ways to help students manage their time better and stay focused in academics. Significance. For the students, help students become aware of how their social media habits influence their focus and academic performance. Encourages them to develop better time management and self-control strategies to improve learning outcomes. For, for the parents, offers information to help parents monitor and guide their children's social media use. Aids in creating a balanced routine between leisure and study time. For the school administration, serve serve as a basis implementing school policies that promote responsible social media use, supports the creation of programs focused on digital wellness among for future researchers, provides a reference for future studies on the effects of technology and social media on academic concentration, contributes to further understanding of students' behavior in the context of senior high school education. Now let's move on to theoretical framework. Theoretical framework, cognitive load theory by John Sweller on 1988. This theory explains that too much information can overload brain's working memory. Frequent social media use adds unnecessary cognitive load, making it harder for students to focus and retain academic information. Uses and gratification theory by Katz, Bramler, and Goretvich 1974. This theory states that people use media to satisfy personal needs such as entertainment, communication, or information. For students, dissatisfaction can turn into distraction, reducing their concentration during academic activities. How will you gather data and what sampling techniques will you use in your research? To gather data for our research, we are planning to use a few different approaches to really understand what's going on. We will be surveying people who have experience with our topic to get some general information and see if any patterns pop up. However, we also want to get some solid, trustworthy info. So we'll be talking individually with a smaller group to hear their personal stories and what they've gone through. To make sure we're hearing from a wide range of people, We're using stratified random sampling, which means we'll be picking participants from different age groups, genders, and backgrounds. From question and answer, we ready. Why did you choose to focus on social media as a distraction, and how does it especially affect the concentration of grade 11 STEM students? We choose this because they for the convenience. So we have some technical difficulties. Then for focus less affects the concentration because they get easily tempted to check their phones instead of studying or listening in the class. What signs did you notice that shows a student concentration is being affected by social media? Some signs I have noticed are that students get distracted easily, and it takes longer time to finish their CLAs and always procrastinate. They also tend to check their phones often, even when they're supposed to be studying. If you could if you could give advice to students about managing social media use, what would it be? My advice is to set a time limit when using social media and focus on their responsibility first, such as schoolworks, and try to finish their tasks before scrolling through apps so it won't affect their academics. A little self-control can really help them stay focused and do better in acads. So that's our presentation of modern distraction about social media and its influence on concentration of grade 11 students.